The best deck for the classic challenge is this deck because it has great defense as well as offense. In this video, I have 5 matches. Make sure to grab all the tips and crush your opponents and get your first classic challenge badge. Let's hop on to this first match here, guys. He started the match with the bar barrel here, so I just play my golden knight to counter the bar barrel. So now the golden knight will move forward, but I am having a -2 Alexa trade. So he played the fisherman next, so I just play my wizard right now to counter the fisherman as fast as possible. So he played his electro wizard next to counter my wizard, but the wizard as well as the golden knight able to counter the electro wizard here. So it was made sure that he is playing a royal giant deck with a hunter as well as a fisherman with a fast cycle. So I just play my barbarians right now, but he played mighty miner as well as he hunter to counter this push. So he'll be having a definitely very low on Alexa. So I decided to play my Elite Barbarians in the left hand side after the hunter crosses the bridge. So right now, so the Elite Barbarians will move forward. I think he'll play the Fisherman as well as the Electro Wizard to counter this push. He also ended up playing the Skeletons to not take any damage onto the Princess Tower. So now the Electro Wizard as well as the Fisherman is moving. So I think I will just play my Mini P.E.K.K.A to counter them both troops. So the Mini P.E.K.K.A will be easily one-shotting them here. So he has to play something like the Mighty Miner to counter this Mini P.E.K.K.A. So it's an even Alexa trade. So I think he will be certainly playing lots of troops. So I think his Alexa will be down. So I'm just gonna play my Mega Knight to counter the Mighty Miner here. So the Mega Knight will jump onto the Mighty Miner, but he activated the ability. Nice, well played of his ability. So I just gonna push forward with the Wizard here to support the Mega Knight. But this time he played the Hunter as well as the Fisherman as well as the Barbarel. So the Barbarel was not able to counter my Wizard. So in the right hand side, the Fisherman will move forward and it will easily die to Princess Tower. So I just gonna play my Golden Knight to not take any damage from the Fisherman here. And the Fisherman will easily pull my Golden Knight to the tower. So the Golden Knight will be moved forward and the Electro Wizard makes my Golden Knight ability into waste. So now he also played Skeletons right now. So I think I am gonna play my Barbarians in the back here to split the push. So he played Hunter. I think he also played the Mighty Miner next. So I'm just gonna play my Mini P.E.K.K.A right now. So he's gonna just play the Mighty Miner in the middle to counter my push. So since his Mighty Miner is out of cycle, so I'm just gonna play my Mega Knight in the back. And his push is also coming with along with Hunter, Fisherman as well as the Mighty Miner. So I'm just gonna play my mirrored Mega Knight on top of the Fisherman as well as the Hunter. So now I am gonna support with the Wizard here. Wizard was used not to bait out his fireball, so I think he will not let any my Wizard to get lots of values. So I'm just gonna play Golden Knight to try to protect it away. So he also end up playing the bar barrel, but I easily protected my Wizard with the Mini P.E.K.K.A and I'm gonna try to win this match. So the Mega Knight will jump onto a tower as well as the Mini P.E.K.K.A is moving forward. So GG, well played, good game guys. So the Mini P.E.K.K.A will land the final shot and let's move on to the game number 2. So let's hop on to this game number 2 here. He started the match with the Lava Hound in the back, so I decided to punish him with the Golden Knight as well as the ability. So now the Golden Knight will move forward and try to dash onto his Princess Tower. So to counter the Lava Hound, I just decided to play my Inferno Tower right now to counter the Lava Hound as fast as possible. So he also will support with the balloon in the back. So I think we can able to easily defend the tower. He also ended up playing the Zap. And in the left hand side, the Golden Knight almost took half of his damage. So I just gonna play my arrows to counter the lava pups. And I also end up playing the Wizard to counter the balloon so that we can have some HP onto my Princess Tower. So now the Wizard will move forward and he has to play some cards like the Fireballs. And the Fireball will destroy my Wizard. So I'm just gonna regroup my Elixir here. So 6 Elixir now, 7 Elixir next. So since his Fireball is out of cycle, so I just gonna play my Wizard right now to counter his push. He played the Knight in the back, so I think I'm gonna play my Elite Barbarians to counter as fast as possible. So I'm gonna push in the opposite lane because my Wizard is supporting. So in the left hand side, I think we are gonna be able to tower down here. He played Mega Minion on top of the Wizard, but the Wizard is easily able to destroy the Mega Minion. So to counter the Knight, I'm gonna play my Mini P.E.K.K.A. So in the left hand side, I took almost one tower. So the Mini P.E.K.K.A will easily destroy the Knight and the Lava Hound will die into the King Tower. So the Mini P.E.K.K.A will move forward. I think he will be able to play the Knight, but he misses the timing and the Mini P.E.K.K.A will move forward and destroy his tower. So one tower down. So to counter a Knight, I'm just gonna play my Golden Knight in the back. So the Golden Knight will move forward and it will destroy the Knight. So to support it, he also end up playing the Inferno Dragon. So I just play my Wizard in the back to not take any damage onto the Princess Tower. So the balloon was then played, so I just gonna play my Inferno Tower to counter the balloon with no damage. So now the balloon will be easily countered and the wizard will be moving forward, so that I'm going to just support with the Mega Knight here. He played the Lava Hound in the back trying to make a big push. So I immediately rushed the opposite lane with the Mega Knight as well as the Mini P.E.K.K.A. He also ended up playing the Zap to counter my Wizard. And the Mini P.E.K.K.A will be easily destroyed by the Tombstone. So I just played my arrows to perfectly counter the Tombstone. And the Mega Minion also dead. And the Mini P.E.K.K.A will be countered by the Knight here. So to counter this big push, so I just played my Inferno Tower to counter the Lava Hound as well as the Inferno Dragon. He also ended up playing the fireball to counter my wizard, so I just played my golden knight to not take any damage on the princess tower. Since he can play the tombstone, I'm gonna activate this ability, so the golden knight dash will make us to win this game. So GG, well played, good game guys. So just 2 seconds remaining and you can easily able to win this match. Let's hop onto this game number 3 here, playing against Hassan. He started the match with the Dark Prince, so I decided to play my Mini P.E.K.K.A to counter the Dark Prince as fast as possible. So the Dark Prince is now dead and he ended up playing the Furnace, so I decided to play my Wizard to not take any damage from the Fire Spirits here. So the Wizard will easily one-shot the Fire Spirits that is coming down the lane. And the second wave is also dead and the third wave also died too. He played magic archer in the back to counter my wizard, but the wizard targeted the magic archer, so I just gonna play my arrows. He pushed forward with the elite barbarians as well as the fire spirits to take down one of my towers. So I end up playing elite barbarians to make that a comeback push. So I just play my minute elite barbarians right now. The furnace which he then plays. So the elite barbarians will move on to the furnace here and try to destroy the fire spirits as fast as possible. He ended up playing the log and the elite barbarians will take down one tower. What a comeback from this guys, and the elite barbarians move forward and try to take out the king tower's HP. So the elite barbarians deal 4 damage onto the king tower, so I just gonna play my Mega Knight right now in the left hand side to start making a big comeback here. So both players loses 1 tower here, so I just gonna play my Mega Knight in the back, but he ended up playing the P.E.K.K.A in the back. So to counter the P.E.K.K.A, I am decided to play my Inferno Tower up high so that the Inferno Tower will be easily died to the Inferno Tower. He also ended up playing the Magic Archer as well as Ice Spirit, and the Ice Spirit was wasted by the Mega Knight. The Mega Knight easily countered the Magic Archer and then he jumped onto the King Tower. So to counter the Dark Prince, I decided to play my Mini P.E.K.K.A to counter as fast as possible. So he just played Elite Barbarians to push forward. So I easily defended with my own elite barbarians. So now the elite barbarians are a cycle as well as the fireballs are a cycle. So I decided to play my elite barbarians mirrored in the opposite lane. Try to get the second tower down. So he ended up playing the P.E.K.K.A to not take any damage on the princess tower. So I played Golden Knight in the left hand side to start making a big push and try to take out his king tower. So the P.E.K.K.A is now moving forward here. So I decided to play my Inferno Tower right now to counter the P.E.K.K.A as fast as possible. Since he wasted his high speed on top of the golden knight, I easily melt down his P.E.K.K.A. So the wizard was played in the back and he also responded with the magic archer in the back. So I'm just gonna play my Mega Knight to not take any damage so that the wizard will not be countered by the Dark Prince. So the magic archer will be easily died by the Mega Knight as well as he will also end up playing the P.E.K.K.A. So since the P.E.K.K.A was out of cycle, I decided to push forward with the elite barbarians in the right hand side and the mini P.E.K.K.A in the pocket. He responded his own elite barbarians to counter my elite barbarians in the right hand side. So to counter his elite barbarians, I decided to play my golden knight right now to counter the elite barbarians as fast as possible. He also pushed forward with the dark prince because my ground tank was unavailable. So I decided to play the Inferno Tower to melt down the dark prince, and the furnace fire spirit will be easily died by the golden knight. So the king tower will take on the response to counter the furnace fire spirit. So he also ended up playing the magic archer as well as the furnace. So I decided to push forward with the elite barbarians because now he has only one option to counter my elite barbarians, and that is the P.E.K.K.A. And the elite barbarians as well as the wizard combo will easily able to destroy the P.E.K.K.A. So he also ended up playing the elite barbarians in the left hand side. So I decided to play my Mega Knight right on top of the 2 Mega Knights, but I just missed the elite barbarians. And the wizard will help getting some damage on top of the princess tower. So I decided to play my Mega Knight right now. So I think he will be definitely playing the P.E.K.K.A to counter my this push. So now the Mega Knight is moving forward, so I decided to play my wizard to counter the P.E.K.K.A as fast as possible. Since his P.E.K.K.A was out of cycle, I decided to play my barbarians in the right hand side, and the Mega Knight easily jumped on top of the Queen Tower. So he rushed the bridge in the left hand side with the elite barbarians, so I easily destroyed by the mini P.E.K.K.A as well as the golden knight. So the P.E.K.K.A was easily destroyed by the princess tower, and he ended up playing the furnace next. So I just decided to arrows the on top of the furnace. I'm gonna support my golden knight with the Mega Knight right now, so I think he will definitely play the P.E.K.K.A, which I will be easily destroyed by the Inferno Tower. The Mega Knight will jump onto the Furnace as well as the Elite Barbarians. He also ended up playing the Ice Spirit, which was totally useless from his side. He played the Dark Prince next, which was easily able to destroy by the Inferno Tower. So I decided to play Aras on top of it as well as the mini P.E.K.K.A to clean up the defense. So he pushed forward with P.E.K.K.A in the left hand side. So I decided to play my Golden Knight as well as the Mega Knight tried to counter his big push. So I decided to play my Mega Knight on top of the Elite Barbarians as well as the P.E.K.K.A. GG, well played, good game guys. Let's hop on to this game number 4 here guys. So he decided to start the match with the Ice Golem in the back. So I think he's definitely a 2.6 Hog Cycle player because he played the Ice Spirit. So I decided to play my Golden Knight to counter the Ice Spirit as well as the Ice Golem. He immediately played the Hog Ride in the right hand side. So I decided to play my Inferno Tower to easily melt down his Hog Rider. So now the Hog Rider is fully countered and then now Inferno Tower will lock onto the Ice Golem and fully counter it. So I'm just gonna activate my Golden Knight ability to counter the cannon as fast as possible. So since he played his Musketeer in the back, so I decided to play my Mega Knight because he does not have any Hog Rider right now in the cycle. So even if he played that, I can just play Mini P.E.K.K.A right now to counter his push. So he played the Ice Spirit next, so then I played my Mini P.E.K.K.A to counter the Hog Rider with just one tower tap onto my Princess Tower. It was a easy prediction, so I just gonna support my Mega Knight with a Wizard here. So the Ice Golem will be easily destroyed by the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So I decided to play my Mini P.E.K.K.A in the left hand side. But then I made my new decision and played my Elite Barbarians in the left hand side. He also played the Ice Spirit to counter my Mega Knight, so the Elite Barbarians can easily move onto the Princess Tower and we are going to get lots of damage onto the Princess Tower. So he also ended up playing the Musketeer in the back as well as the Ice Golem to try to take less damage, but I took almost 2000 HP onto the Princess Tower, so I just gonna play my Wizard in the back right now to counter the Musketeer. So the Musketeer will move forward. I think he won't support it with anything, so I'm just gonna play my Golden Knight to counter the Musketeer as fast as possible. So I think he has to play the like Ice Golem as well as the cannon to counter this push. So the Wizard will move forward. I think right now he will play the Ice Golem or the Skeletons to counter the Wizard with no damage. So I think his Hog Rider is ready in hand. I think I am having my Inferno Tower ready to play at any time. So as predicted, he played the Hog Rider next. So I easily defended with the Inferno Tower here. He also supported the Hog Rider with the Musketeer, which was easily destroyed by the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So the Mini P.E.K.K.A will deal 1 damage onto the Musketeer and it will easily destroy. So he also ended up playing the Ice Spirit as well as the cannon. So the Mini P.E.K.K.A will also destroy the cannon. It was a nice value with the Mini P.E.K.K.A. So I think he will play his Hog Rider next. But he instead wasted 4 elixir on top of my Mega Knight. So I decided to play my Mirror Mega Knight as well as the Wizard to make a big push. So he also tried to kite my push with the Ice Golem. So the Mega Knight will now move forward onto the Princess Tower. So one tower is down here. Guys need to just defend for another 20 seconds. So with this deck we can easily able to destroy the 2.6 player. So the Mega Knight as well as the Golden Knight will take out the second tower. And GG, well played, good game guys. Let's hop on to this next match here facing against Kraustis. He started the match with the mortar first play, so I decided to play my Golden Knight to block out his mortar as well as the Wizard to clean up the defense. So the Wizard will be easily able to destroy the mortar with no damage. And the Golden Knight as well as the Wizard will move forward, and he also ended up playing the Miner, but I didn't activate the ability and the Golden Knight just touched onto the tower. So to counter my Wizard, he played the Monk next, so I need to be very careful because the Monk's ability can easily destroy the Wizard with just 1 elixir. So I decided to play my Mini P.E.K.K.A to counter the Monk, and the Mini P.E.K.K.A will now move forward. I think he has to play a defensive mortar or something like that, so he decided to play his guards. So I just played my arrows on top of it. So since this guard is out of cycle, I decided to play my Inferno Tower next to clean up the mortar here. So the mortar will deal just 1 damage on top of Inferno Tower here. So the Inferno Tower will make us sure that he won't play any cards for the next 2 seconds. So he ended up playing the Balloon as well as the Ice Spirit. So I decided to play my Mirror Inferno Tower in the right hand side. So the Balloon's death bomb will not touch my tower, and let's just wait for a while because he's not able to play anything guys. So he pushed forward with the Miner here, so decide to play my Wizard to counter the Miner as fast as possible. So now the Wizard will move forward, so I need to just support it here, but he immediately played the Monk and the Wizard will move forward, and the Monk will now activate his ability and the Wizard will die to his test. So to counter the Monk here, I'm just gonna play my Golden Knight right now in the back here guys. So after the Monk crosses the bridge, the princess tower as well as the golem knight will easily able to destroy the monk. So decide to push forward with the Mega Knight so that the mortar will lock onto my Mega Knight, but he immediately played Inferno Dragon to counter my Mega Knight as fast as possible. So next I try to activate this ability because the Inferno Dragon will also destroy my Golden Knight as fast as possible. So to counter the Inferno Dragon I decide to play my Inferno Tower. So he also pushed forward with the Miner as well as the Guards. So I decided to play my mini pack on top of the Miner and the Guards was easily destroyed by the Wizard. So next the Wizard will be easily able to destroy the mortar, but he played the arrows to counter my Wizard. So next he played the Miner to protect his mortar, and the mortar deals 1 damage onto my Princess Tower. So since his selection will be low, I decided to push forward with the Golden ability as well as the Elite Barbarians, but he immediately played the Monk as well as the Guards to counter this push. He then played the mortar as well as the ice spirit in the back. So since his mortar is out of cycle, I decided to push forward with the double mega combo. So I just started with the Mega Knight in the back. So he immediately played the Inferno Dragon in the back. So decided to push forward with the double Mega Knight here. So the mirror Mega Knight will make sure that we will be able to win this tower, and I just gonna play my Wizard right now to counter the Inferno Dragon, and the 2 Mega Knights will be easily just the mortar as well as the monk right now. So decide to play my mini pack to make my Wizard live a little bit longer so that the Wizard will deal final damage on top of the Inferno Dragon and make it to kill. So now the mini pack will just touch my tower, and GG, well played, good game guys. The bonus tip is that if you want to get to a classic challenge batch, then click this video and I will see you there.